Idaho and close to a dozen other states are considering legislation called the Vulnerable Child Protection Act. Its aim is to strip transgender minors from accessing puberty blockers, hormones, and gender confirmation surgeries. One lawmaker says she believes doing this would protect them. 6 on Your Side's Madeline White joins us live in studio with much more.
Absolutely. While Representative Christy Zito is presenting this legislation with her stated intention to protect kids, one local family medicine doctor says this could have dangerous implications on an already vulnerable population.
These are life-changing and sometimes life-threatening decisions.
Rep. Zito sponsoring new legislation that would make it a criminal act for doctors to provide gender-affirming treatments or procedures to Idaho children under 18.
In the state of Idaho, someone under 18 can't even get a tattoo without parental consent. This would just make it so that medical professionals could not prescribe hormones or perform body-mutilating surgeries.
This including all access to puberty blockers. What are those? FDA-approved Lupron, for example, is often administered in minors who have been diagnosed with gender dysphoria in order to buy them extra time to explore and understand their gender identity without going through puberty.
It saves them down the road. So they, for example, the trans female will often pass better if they have taken the hormones at the right age when they're younger, so that they don't develop the Adam's apple or the forehead.
Puberty blockers may cause cosmetic body changes that are not easily reversed, like body fat redistribution and changes in body hair, but the only major side effect is the adolescent may fall behind on bone density. Still, Dr. Davis says the potential mental health benefits of hormones like these usually outweigh the risks.
And this process does happen often around age 15. And part of the reason it happens at 15 is because of a lot of times it's been a suicide attempt at age 14.
And a new study by a resident psychiatrist at the Harvard Medical School found that 90% of trans adults who wanted but could not access puberty blockers experienced suicidal thoughts. But for trans adults who had been able to access them, the rate of suicidal thinking went down to 75%. But Zito says her research tells a different story.
And what I'm finding through what I've read and researched, that the incidence of suicide isn't what it's perceived to be. It isn't that great.
She did not indicate where her information came from. Zito's Idaho Vulnerable Child Act is one of several legislation pieces surrounding transgender youth in Idaho.
They use terminology like they're saving these vulnerable people. I would argue that they're not saving anyone. They're harming children. So many of these children have had suicide attempts.
Idaho has the 5th highest rate of suicide in the U.S., according to the Department of Health and Welfare. Still, Zito points out that some people could regret transitioning.
And my bottom line is to protect those who are under 18 from life-threatening, health-threatening, body-altering medications and surgeries, that there is no road of return.
For those wondering, natural puberty does resume when a puberty-blocking hormone wears off. No word yet on when the proposed legislation will receive a hearing, but I'll keep you updated. Live in studio, Madeline White, 6 on Your Side.